Hey guys, Touch 2002, and I want to bring you another DS Wi-Fi match. Hey look, there's me. And it's against Melissa. And this is a rotation battle because it spins right round like a record, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm going with this. So out comes my Trick Room Squadron again, and I think we all know these guys by now. And because since they don't need that much introductions, let's just get right on to the battle. So I get really lucky. Special attack raise, and I'm like, yeah, and he switches, and I'm like, no, and a fire blast comes, and I'm like, ha, this guy's stupid, because my Porygon 2 can just eat that, and Porygon 2 didn't take it as well as I thought it could, and I was like, oh my, that's not good. And then he just spits some purple liquid at the Rapidash, which was meant for the superior, and Rapidash is like, man, I'm not liking that, not liking it at all. So it just decides to jump in the air as I set up my room where everything slow goes faster. And that Rapidash is like, man, now I gotta wait an extra turn to come down. And I'm slower than you guys. So I'm just like, here's a little trick. Switching the Ferrothorn, use Curse. It's just swearing at it with its plant-like lips. And you know it's swearing because it's just floating there. And Rapidash comes down and is like, ow. I just stepped on this pointy bush thing, and it jumps on my bush so hard that it just makes it even slower. But all the damage combined now just makes that horse pretty much a broken pony. And so I switch back in my floating duck, because you know that makes sense, that the ducks float and shoot 3 magical orbs at them that contain the elements of fire, thunder, and coldness. So out comes his floaty pink dragon thing, or not pink, what am I, blind? Out comes his cotton ball dragon-like thing. So I just poison it, and then it just shoots even more cotton onto it, and I'm like, oh crap, this isn't good. And is drastically 3 stages? I'm not sure. Huh. There's something for you guys to answer. And then he gets the claws, which make him quick and just makes him go first. So he just decides to stack more cotton on top of that, as if that thing wasn't cottony enough. So I'm just swearing at him like, yo man, that cotton man, you don't need so much. And it's like, yeah I do. I need this stuff. And the twist dimensions come down, and then it just breathes fire for some reason, because it just ate like jalapenos at Taco Bell. And my bush just gets so scared that it just can't move. After that, it was like, oh man. Oh man. So out comes this little slim fish thing, and it just shoots water at me. And I'm like, dude, what was that? So I just set up the room of tricks again, where fun, fantastical happiness happens. So I'm gonna put the eel down, who's the guy who walks on ground that has levitate is surprisingly slower than that. So he just uses the one-hit knockout move, and I'm like, ha ha ha, nooby. Trying to kill my eel that's clearly standing on the ground with a ground-type move. And then I just, you know, rip its face with claws that resemble dragons, because, you know, that's what we do best. And it just got ripped in the face twice by claws resemble dragons. So I'm just gonna breathe fire, because, you know, I just had some Taco Bell. And it did a decent amount of damage. And so he's just like, alright, you just shot Taco Bell breath fire at me, so I'm just gonna, you know, take that health back. Thank you, because I'd rather not die. And it just keeps doing it, because, you know, he's cool like that. And he's like, man, I am so cool right now, look at me. I'm a freaking snake. And I'm like, man, I'm an eel. I don't care what you say, so I'm just gonna rake your face with dragon claws. And he's like, ha ha ha, dragon claws, what if? So it just keeps trying to suck down my guy's health and replenish his, and I'm like, alright, the room of tricks needs to go back up, because that's what I love most. And now I'm just gonna switch in the bush, and he just switches in his cotton ball bird again, and I'm like, oh no, it got the quicks of claws, but it just screams at me in a dragon-like tone, and it doesn't do that much. So I'm just gonna spin at it in like a gyro top, and you know that doesn't do too much because it just stacks so much cotton on it. It just like repelled off. And my bush is like, oh man, that's just too intense. so it can't move, and it just got blasted by a jalapeno pepper blaster breath. And he's like, oh man, the noxious, and dies. And now, since my purple liquid I shot at the dragon bird came helpful, it died as well. So now I'm gonna send out my crab dinner right here, and he's gonna switch it to a snake. So I'm just gonna be like, X marks the spot, and kill it. So yeah, I hope you like the battle, guys, and I hope you like Kingler. So see you guys next time for another DS Wi-Fi match. Peace.